Drew Brown with the Vacation Company is back. Always good to see you, Drew.
Great to see you.
So here we are flying through the summer. I can't believe that we are, midway towards the end of July and things are...
The year is officially over, half over.
Right.
So.
I don't know how that happened, but tell us, since we are in July, how did we do in June as a rental market?
So June was kind of the first of a big change for our marketplace. So we actually saw occupancy down by about 6%.
Really?
So not every single one of our properties on the island were booked, but the average daily rate was up significantly. So for those that were occupied, we've been making up rate structures that are really making it worth the while for homeowners. So not a surprise. We've also seen the rental market grow from about 6,000 to a little over 7,000 rental properties in the last couple of years.
Okay.
So there is a lot of market, and there's also a lot of properties that homeowners are still doing their own rentals. So that can really affect the marketplace as well.
Okay. So what does that trend mean for homeowners, and what are we thinking that July is going to look like?
So July is thankfully the busiest month of the year, simply because everyone's finally out of school. So that's what impacted June. Is some of our northern friends and some of the surrounding counties and surrounding states don't always get out at the same time. So July is the one month of the year that everyone is out. So occupancy forecasts do look to appear to be up. So I would expect at least a flat or increased level of occupancy. And again, carrying the ADRs is the most important, the average daily rate. So if you can be capitalizing on more revenue, even with less nights, your property sees less wear and tear, and you're making more money.
Right, which is a good thing.
Right.
That's what you do it for. So what are we seeing in terms of the real estate market as well right now?
So the transactions, the level of transactions, we have had probably one of the busiest Junes, and we had one of the busiest Mays that we've had in the company's history. So properties are still transacting. I think we're probably seeing a little bit of not necessarily a slowdown, but a lengthening in the process. So properties are staying on the market a little bit longer, which just allows us to have to be a little bit more aggressive when they do come on the market, because we don't have as much lead time to get reservations. But before I left the office today, we have almost $100,000 in bookings today, and over half of those are for the next 3 weeks. So it's a very last-minute market, which is great. So if the homeowners are choosing to come to the marketplace late, there is plenty of opportunity, and it's a good thing, because just travel trends have changed. People's expectation of booking advance, quote unquote, is between 30 and 90 days, and not 6 months to a year like it used to be. Right.
Yeah. And you and I have talked about that quite a bit, and I think that's just going to continue in that direction.
Exactly. People are calling us from the road, so they're saying, "Hey, we're driving down from so and so, and we'd like to find a place," and they just go ahead and book while they're on the phone with us.
Yeah. So, but it's exciting too that they are able to do that, I think.
Right. Yeah. Gives a lot more flexibility. So
much more flexibility.
Again, it talks about the agility of the marketplace, and again, I think what it really goes to, obviously, one thing we want to mention is, Hilton Island just won Best Island for
fourth year in a row. We've talked about that several times today already, but it bears repeating.
Exactly. So that is one of the main factors in that agility, is because the fact that people recognize it is such a great destination. So when they do all of a sudden get the last minute ability to come, they are choosing Hilton Island, which is great.
It is great. And so let's talk about the rest of the summer, because you're right. June, sometimes halfway through June, kids are still in school, and then halfway through August, they start back. So what do you think the rest of the summer is going to look like? Obviously, July is looking great, but what do you think about the rest of the summer?
So August is probably going to be a little flat to last year, from what we see in terms of occupancy, which would not necessarily mean it's going to be down, but it's just, again, the fact that Georgia schools go back the first week of June, North Carolina, especially the Charlotte school districts, go back the second week of August. So you're looking at a much smaller kind of aspect of guests that you can pull from. So that's just when you have to shift your marketing efforts to go after more of the couples or different types of folks that go back to school later. But occupancy will probably be exactly where it was last year, or slightly up, just because there is a huge marketing push right now with the Big Island award. So we're seeing just a ton amount of last minute bookings. So I think that we'll be able to capture that and take a lot of advantage of it as well.
Right. Excellent. So last 20 seconds, if they want to get to you, how do they do it?
Yeah, so vacationcompany.com is the best way. It's our website. Always can call us, 800-545-3303, or you can always email me directly at drewdru@vacationcompany.com.
It's always good to see you. Thanks for being here.